That was abrupt. Sorry, everyone. I forgot. When I swap from the countdown to like the just chatting screen, it does like a nice little slow fade. But when I go to this, if I'm going from the countdown, it just kind of pops. and it's not nearly as smooth as like this little transition here. So my apologies. I thought I would just kind of skip the little chatting screen at the beginning and just kind of get straight into the game because I know I'm starting late tonight, and I don't want to go late because we got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So, figure it's going to be just a kind of a short, sweet stream to the point. Going to play some Stanley Parable, going to have some fun, and I'm going to go to bed. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Last time on Stanley Parable, we did a lot of things. We found many endings to the game, and yet not nearly enough. So tonight, I figured we would try going all the way up to the end of the good ending, but then... Or I'm going to try to resolve the ending that I couldn't figure out at the end of the last game. Or I'm going to try to reinstate the mind control device and do the thing with the narrator. Okay, this. I forgot about this. I'm just going to kind of go with my gut. I'm just going to say 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. I don't know, 6 is pretty good. No, we're going to do 7. 7 p.m. Where do I have to go? Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, confirm. 7 p.m., your favorite time of day. Sure, close enough. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? I mean, it's not... No, it's not. I don't have it set as 7 o'clock. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 7 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 7 p.m.? Mostly inaccurate. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock. So, kind of close to 7, but not set. I would say here. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh, boy. Okay. Interesting. All right. All right, so we're going to go all the way through to the good ending, but did not do the good ending. We're going to change direction, change course right at the last second. Assuming the good ending is actually the good ending. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
See if I remember
Perhaps
how
he
to
had
actually
simply
do
missed a
this.
memo.
Skip the new content door. Take the door on the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to follow this all the way to the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yep.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss.
Upstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we're going to go this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
I don't
of any
remember the
human
code.
life.
Okay.
Shocked,
2 something.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Yeah.
What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss
give me
had
the code.
been keeping from
I don't remember
him.
what it is.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
28545. Okay, 284.
But of course,
Okay.
Stanley couldn't. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
Sheer
into
luck,
the newly
that's it.
opened passageway.
All right, we're going to go down. Going to make our way into the camera room.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he
Peculiar is
felt
a
more
fun
free
word.
to think for
Peculiar.
himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, it's not letting me skip this again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Okay, we still
door
haven't
that
gone
read
this way.
Mind control facility.
We don't know what escape is. We can try that on the next run, maybe. Alright, press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What horrible
Did he
secret
have the
does this place
strength
hold?
to find out?
Alright, this way. For a second, I thought I saw another platform racing up over there, but did not. Turn on the
Now
cameras.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
I'm certain this
coworkers,
room has to hold
the
some
lives
kind
of
of
so many individuals
level of
reduced to
secrets,
images
you
on a
know, like
screen.
there's got to be some
And
hidden things in
Stanley,
here
one
that
of
can
them,
point me towards
eternally monitored in this place.
some.
where
Like I'm most
freedom
curious
meant
about
nothing.
234, you know, and the pirate, and whatever that little bar graph is there, or pie chart.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Alright, now we
No.
up to the
He
mind control
refused
room.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, now
Here was
this
the proof.
I'm gonna
The
need to
heart
spend
of
a
the
little more
operation.
time here
Controls labeled with emotions.
figuring out
happy or sad or content.
what's
Walking,
where some
eating,
of this stuff
working,
is.
all of it monitored and commanded from this
Because I
very
couldn't find
place.
all the buttons.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Interesting. Okay. So we should have some numbered. All right, we got 1, 2 over here by the doors, which is to the left of, I guess. Is that the entrance? I think this is the entrance where you walk in. So when you walk in, you're kind of slightly to the right side of the room, and buttons 1 and 2 are kind of mirrored to that on the left. Where's 3? There's a door here. Haven't been through. Where's button number 3? I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything with these colored buttons either, but there are a lot of colors. I don't see 3. 5 is over here. And I think 4 is up on the balcony up there. But I don't know where button 3 is. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So 3's on the other side of the... All right. So you enter in from here. 3's right next to the door you enter in. 4's up at the balcony. 1 and 2 over there. And 5 is by the exit. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can remember that well enough.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Let's see if we can get this figured out.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
Yes.
that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Tell me what I'm supposed to do.
If you
Isn't
want
that a
to throw
form of
my
mind
story
control in
off track,
itself?
You're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Okay, all right, give me
now
the.
This is
All
making
right.
things a little more fun, isn't it,
Charge.
Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Button
You are the
4.
star. It's your story now.
Do I need to
Shape
hit
it to
yellow
your
first
heart's
and then 4?
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
4.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm in a good
All
mood.
right, it still shows
You're
4.
gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this
Incorrect.
instance
Okay,
of the story.
1.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly
Activate
and then
button hit
dying
light
alone.
blue 22.
Other
Button hit
times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Or
swallowing
verified?
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version
Incorrect.
of
Or do I
events
have to
has
do it
been
in a certain
rather
amount of time?
amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it
Okay,
go.
4,
But
1.
I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
5.
will be even better. My goodness, only 34
2.
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
3.
much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Oh,
Why
okay.
not?
It
These
reset.
are precious additional
But give me a 3
seconds.
again.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me,
This is a
what's the matter,
power
Stanley?
button.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Yes!
what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes!
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of
Okay,
turning it
what if I
off?
just hit 3?
I mean, look at you. Running from button
Hold
to
on,
button.
I can go through this door.
screen
Oh,
to
okay,
screen,
I cannot go through
clicking
that
on
door.
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this
Oh,
big
3 was
red
over there, I
button.
forgot. Shoot.
Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold?
I mean, it is a video
Do
game.
you
Alright,
have any
I put
idea
3,
what
now
your
what?
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's
Blue.
a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's
3.
just seconds ticking away to your death.
Blue.
You're only still
No,
playing
what?
instead of watching
Okay.
a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I don't know what it wants me to do.
Humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But
4.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have
Yeah, I
left to
know.
struggle. 30 seconds
Goodbye,
until the big
employee
boom
427.
and
No,
then
no, I need you to
no
give me
enemies,
hints.
Just you being
You're not
blown
giving me hints anymore.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Press
or
A
will
key
you
to
let it
send
go
power
peacefully?
surge.
Another choice. Make
Oh,
it
okay.
count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life
Okay.
from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
What am I supposed to do? Maybe there's nothing. There's nothing I can do. Maybe that's the ending. message on my telephone? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if I want to try that
All of his co-workers
again
were gone. What
or
could it
go.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah,
Perhaps
that's,
he
I
had
mean,
simply
that's what the
missed a
narrator's
line.
saying, right? He's saying like it's all pointless and there's nothing I can do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I think that's a possibility. Oh, very Gladys, yes.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Stop
either.
just short of flooding the
Feeling
room with a
wave
deadly
of
neurotoxin.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
Okay,
stunned
2,
to discover not
8,
an indication
4,
of
5.
any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Correct.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
It's not anxiety.
relaxed
I'm
for a
just
few moments
tired of listening
with
to you.
some
Fine.
calming new age music.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Feeling soothed
Okay,
and
there you go. Thank you.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
That is also
into
very
the open
Gladys of him.
passageway.
You know, like smooth jazz will now be deployed. It's very Portal. I would genuinely. I think I just want to know if that is the ending or not. Is there something else I can do? If so, I don't want to know what it is. I just want to know if there is, so I don't waste time looking for an ending
Stanley
that's
walked
not
straight
there.
ahead through the large door
You
that
know?
read Mind Control Facility.
I could try going down the escape path. I haven't been this way yet. This would be a new ending for sure. I'll give it one more try.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
I need to remember to keep a lookout for door
Stanley's
234.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I forgot I can crouch.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Come on. Just get on with it. All right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
There's so
Controls
many-
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Looks like a
And
house,
as
maybe.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It's like there's some very vague looking symbols on some of these buttons, but I can't make out what all of them are. That one looks like a triangle, and the red one, and the blue one, I can't tell. The red button here is a power button. Safe fail. Activate power cells. Go. Or GGGO.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Maybe.
After they kept
Well,
you
if I did.
enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Come on.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Let's say 2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Okay, the
You
door
are
didn't
the
open.
star. It's your story now. Shape
any
it to your
key to
heart's
send power
desires.
surge.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb
Button
goes off. But what precious moments each one of them
Activate
is.
button hint. Light
More
blue
time
22.
to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Well, see, this looks like it says 10.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
See,
what
the sequence
happened
is
to them.
different now. It
I
started with a
erased
4
them.
before.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
Oh, what does this
endlessly
do?
and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
It seems like there should be a way for me to charge up and then send a power surge, but I have to press the
Watching you
right
try to
button.
make sense of everything and take back the control
I
wrested
pressed
away
the
from
light
you,
blue
it's
and I pressed
rich.
1.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness,
Incorrect.
only
Okay.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
All right,
much.
well,
You
1
know what?
and then
To
red?
hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
1.
These are precious additional
Red.
seconds, Stanley.
Incorrect.
Time doesn't
Okay,
grow
well,
on
there's
trees.
purple. Do we
Oh,
even
dear
have a
me,
purple
what's the
button?
matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Okay, here's
what
a
you're
purple
supposed to be
button.
doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything,
To make button
something
hint
here will save
orange
me.
71.
Why
Okay,
do
so
you
it's a
think that,
yellow
Stanley?
hint,
That this video game
but it
can be
says
beaten?
orange 71.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit,
Well, there's a
looking
failsafe.
desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look
Disabled.
forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity.
I think he's saying something
And
different this time.
Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh, looks like there's a
ending,
catwalk up
just you
there.
being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Yeah, there's doors up
Another
there.
choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable
The
life.
screen
from the
shake
moment
is
we
too
fade
much.
in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I don't know what it wants me to do. I mean, there's clearly some things there that I could do, but none of the buttons seem to be working. I want to look up if there is actually anything I could do. I want to... Can you stop the detonation? Okay, yeah, no, there is no solution. It explodes and you die every time. This person says, it's quite astonishing how effectively this ending showcases how stubborn games have made players, that the narrator spends the whole time telling you there is no solution, and yet nearly every player insists there is until someone tells them otherwise. But they built into the thing. There's there's all these buttons and things that make it look like there should be a solution, is the thing. With like a thing talking about how there's hints. Interesting. Yeah, there's no actual ending there. They put so many things in to make it seem like there's something you can do.
All of his co-workers
Alright.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came
that
to
feels
a set
so
of two open
unsatisfying.
doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
There's so many elements in
Feeling
there
a wave
that
of
to
disbelief, Stanley decided
indicate
to
that
go
there
up
could
to his
be
coming to a staircase,
solution.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
to not put one in feels bad. I haven't been this way yet. So that's
Okay, I
something
think
we
we
can
all know the
do
drill by
at
now.
some
Blah,
point.
blah, blah. Dark secrets, the
Yes, thank
keypad.
you.
Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Thank you. Down. It does seem perfectly in character for the game. It's just that one in particular just feels bad, you know? All right.
Stanley walked straight
we're gonna
ahead
take
through the large door
the
that
escape.
read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, okay. Oh no, wait a second.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
This hallway is just endlessly looping and repeating.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Mm-hmm. 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 You have something to say if I turn back around? He's not saying anything. I don't want to walk all the way back to the entrance. Dang it, I'm going to walk all the way back to the entrance just to see if he says something. Okay, well, I wasn't too far.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Except...
Nope, still on board with death.
No, nothing that time? Okay. Alright. I'm going to jump into the pit and it's just going to kill me and it's going to restart and I'm going to be disappointed. You do walk much slower when you're crouching. I suppose, you know, it's typical. That's a real life scenario. You do walk much slower when you're crouching. Alright, here we go. To death! Fourth Erolingas! Yep, okay. That's it. You just die. Okay, alright. Cool. Oh. Oh, you don't.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
Oh,
demise,
no.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh, no. They
Stanley
made this so
can't
much
see the big
worse
picture.
than
He
they
doesn't
had
know the
to.
real story.
You could have just let me
That's
die on
where
impact of the
everything
ground.
was
Why do you have to do this?
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Ah!
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No, I don't. I do not accept it. I don't accept this. Ah! Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What? Why is the narrator different? What? Why did it not kill me? Why did...
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Why are you different?
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Who are you? What? What?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, hey, look, it's a tiny diorama of the office. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Two doors. The set of the two doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. This is kind of interesting. Just filing cabinets. No explanation needed, I suppose. Stanley's computer. Oh, why is it here? It should be back in my office. All the nature paintings that are throughout the office. Why did the narrator change? That's what I want to know. Can't open any of these doors. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when the buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Yeah, it's like a museum of the development of the game. Office computers. Oh. I turned it off. Employee database. I can't turn it back on. Oh well. There's 2 doors here. Oh boy.
Bore. I have missed your stream and will miss more packing. Sorry. Bore. Snail bore.
Noah, are you trying to say the stream is, shall we say, boring? Thank you. Phone was on silent. Oh no. That's okay. We spent a few attempts at the countdown ending trying to figure out if we could actually solve it before I got frustrated and looked it up and found out that you could not, in fact, solve the countdown ending. So this is the next ending we've done. It's cool. This is a cool ending. My concern is the narrator is different now. We have a different narrator for some reason. I don't know why. Impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator, except for right now, apparently, for some reason. Based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013 team. Okay, well, we have an office clock. The boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Okay, interesting. Different, levels of development here. Oh, okay.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? Then he pushed the number 4. Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Stanley pushed the orange lever. Stanley walked over the bridge. Still nothing? I don't know. Well, in that case, I'll tell you what. You win. Congratulations. You did it. I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Okay. Early visually underground portion. I don't know that I want to go up there just yet. Let's go this way. Did I predict this ending last stream? Wait, what did I say? I predicted this ending. Maintenance room. Oh, hey, the copier. Alright, I'll go up this way, I guess. Oh, there's so many places to explore. Ooh. I haven't been there. How do I get there? That's Tron. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game, plus some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, that would have been fun, though. Would have enjoyed that. Alien base. Oh, it would have been in the alien base. Oh, that's unfortunate. The alien base looks cool. The meta narrator. Well, I did I predict that as much? I feel like the narrator kind of hints at it because you get the confusion ending where you see the timeline and the narrator doesn't know what it is, which kind of implies the existence of like someone else making these things that the narrator himself doesn't even know about. Ultra Deluxe announcements. On December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. Use screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and game's delay. Before I did the confusion ending? I don't remember that then. Subject from Montgomery Jones, subject to lights. What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. From Anthony Elias. I'm Anthony Elias, business broker. Please partner with me in a very rewarding business venture. Okay, hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir, and it is, what is your message for today? What is this supposed to be? Narrator emails. Out of the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we'd initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, there's a skeleton inside of you. If there are more, okay. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? Okay. Well done, Marius. From Quackster. Will the game feature capybaras? So far, I don't recall any capybaras. Dear narrator, from Pixel Sith, how do you stay in shape? Sincerely, Michael the Rock Martin. Oh, okay. I wanted to read the last one. It went by too fast. Where did the other one go? Oh, this one's long. I appreciate the previous Stanley game as a work of art and standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to art, which I am eager to see a sequel. I was screenshot this companion game because art needs a... Okay. That's why I screenshot. Will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping, I hope it will let me have a fine selection of desert boots. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? Okay. At some point, I need you to watch the Raphael Parable. Oh, boy. How's the game going? Hope it's as good or better than the first one. From a cool man. How many of these are there? I enjoy that they at least put in a projector. Are you a rock? No. The Raphael Parable. Is that a... What is that exactly? Can you tell me what the significance of the number 111280 is? All right. One thing I want to know, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? That's what we're here to find out. I have a burning question. For instance, on a scale of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician to receive it? And finally, the most important question of all, I missed it! Congratulations! Along with our previous announcement regarding the ongoing promotions, rolled attached file, see the full details result. Apply for 20. Okay, it's more spam. Cool. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I want to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing humorously small badger in swim trunks. Indeed, I like it as much as I like walking the park, watching this, and dare I say, pushing buttons. Please, I'd like to keep this proposal's top secret and delete it if you're not interested in get back. Okay. So many spam emails. Dear Strong Bad, how do you type with boxing gloves on? That's very good. Oh, Homestar Runner. What did lights... Okay. We'll circle back around to the beginning. Lights in the control room. I think there were a couple that I missed while I was reading the thing. Yeah, I read that one. Send the link. It's a Stanley Parable ad. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can watch that before we end the stream tonight. There are skeletons inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. That is true. Unless you count skeletons as humans. Are skeletons humans? At the very least, they were humans, right? Like if a paleontologist found a set of human bones, they'd be like, oh, this is a human. You know? The bones are there, buddy. Human leavings. Okay. They're not alive humans, but they are still like, if you look at it like a dead body, you would still say, oh, that's a human, right? But at some point in the decomposition process, it becomes a skeleton, and you would no longer look at it and say, like, oh, that's a human. So, like, at what point does it transition from being... It's not, because it's not death. Death isn't what determines whether something is human or not. Because a freshly dead body would still be considered human. So, like, at what point does it become not considered human? No, I've lost Noah. He's just going to quote that video for the rest of the stream. How are we defining human? That is an excellent question. And it's kind of what I'm asking. Like, the letter here proposes that there are more skeletons than there are humans. But in order for that to be true, that means we have to not count skeletons as human. But we count dead bodies as human. Is a skeleton not just a body that has been dead for a long time? I don't know. Human person philosophical or human biological? I think if we say human biological, then skeletons have to count as humans, right? Non-human things have skeleton suit. This is true. This is true. I was just thinking of human skeletons. But there are a lot more other non-human skeletons. So I think that still makes the statement true. There are more skeletons than there are humans. By pure fact of there are more animals than there are humans, right? So, but I don't know. That doesn't feel as novel of a fact to me. Like, oh, there are more animals than there are humans. I think the point this letter is trying to make is specifically in reference to human skeletons, right? Like the idea that when you die, you leave behind a skeleton. So you leave behind this part of yourself while you pass on, and so we are outnumbered. The living humans are outnumbered by the dead remains of past humans. These are interesting questions we're posing. Interesting thoughts to think. I think this person means human in a personhood philosophical sense and skeleton in a biological sense. Interesting. You're probably... I think you're right. But that feels a bit to me like... if we're using two different definitions to define things while also comparing the two things... It feels a bit like a pointless observation, doesn't it? Oh, I don't like that fact. I don't like the outside skeletons. Who would win the skeleton war? The bugs, apparently. All right, I think we've pondered this question long enough. I want to get to the one that I missed because it skipped ahead. Not even close, Noah. So here's a rock. Someone, one of the earlier letters was asking about a rock. Here's a rock. We got Michael the Rock Martin. Although the site... Okay. This is it. I'm going to go back. All right, where is it? Hold on. Yeah, what's funny about this is it's signed Michael the Rock Martin, but it's from Pixel Sith. All right, here we go. We'll play the Stanley Parable will help make me friends. I don't have any friends. Okay. I feel like that was not worth pausing. Finding the info for. Oh, well. Delete this one, too. This is spam. It's just junk mail. Yeah, also this one. I would like to have her have some idea of how I will be censored, in what manner, and perhaps most importantly, when. If you could elaborate upon the answers to any of these questions, it would be most welcome. Sincerely, Art. Oh, it makes more sense considering this letter is from someone named Art. All right, they're posing themselves as Art. Okay, interesting. Oh, hey, the fern. The fern that I was assured would be important to memorize. We've yet to re-encounter the fern. All right. It's over here. The office. The lounge. Oh, that lounge is not nearly as nice as the one we ended up getting. The apartment timer. Okay. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh, interesting. The cargo lift. Second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Yeah, this looks like a portal puzzle room. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Oh, there's so many rooms. I'm going to get lost. Oh my gosh. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized that this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Fair enough. I feel like I wouldn't realize that. Oh, hey. Look at this. Zending model. The Zending with... Oh, I don't know if I found this yet. I don't know if I should read this. This feels like spoilers for endings that I haven't found. Yeah, I don't know what Zending is. I haven't seen this. I have? Wait, hold on. What's the Zending? Oh. Oh, it was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. These levers were originally part of the Zending, and the player would pull a lever and the narrator describe what color they had pulled. Room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. I don't remember which one that is. Oh my gosh, I am going to get lost in this museum. Oh, okay, this leads back to where... Okay, well that's good, All right. I kind of know where I am now. Countdown desk. One of the desks were an early version of the countdown ending. Just give you different buttons. That feels so cruel. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in the beta. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Wait, so players... Hold on. So, players could remember all the different ways to navigate through this game to get to all the different endings, but had a hard time remembering specifically which ending was up and which one was down on this elevator. That feels a little strange, but all right. Countdown room, an early version of the countdown room. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That's neat. That feels like the exit. We're gonna keep going this way. Game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Yeah, this feels much more apocalyptic, right? Like you look at this and you're like, oh, I did what's the man who falls asleep for 100 years? Rip Van Winkle. You look at this, you wake up and you see this environment around you and you think, oh man, I done Rip Van Winkled and society as we know it has collapsed and I am left alone in this apocalyptic world. These different versions of Stanley's room. Yeah, Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second was March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Cool. Okay, alright, we're back here again. Okay. I think I've seen the whole museum now. So we can go this way.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna shut the game off, I guess.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What?
Turn off your Nintendo Switch. There's no other way to beat this game.
Interesting.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
There's some validity
Don't
to
let
that.
time choose for you. Don't let...
Like, that is an option. I could turn off my Switch and, you know, the choice... I like there's truth to that, you know, like I feel like that's something I landed on pretty early on in the last stream, right? Like ultimately everything I'm doing is something pre-scripted. And if I wanted to truly take things into my own hands and make a choice about the game, it would be to turn it off, right? The only winning move is not to play. A long day tomorrow, so I'm going cozy mode. It won't be chatting, but still watching. Okay, cool. No worries.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All right.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Chat, you got to help
Perhaps he
me
had
keep an
simply
eye
missed a
out for
memo.
door 234. Yeah, I thought I predicted something like that. That felt like something I had done. Okay, so the other
Stanley
thing...
came to a set of two open
I think we need to go
doors. He
through
entered
the
door
other
on his
room and the
left.
boss's door. We haven't done that yet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to
Is
a
this the
staircase,
Zending down this
Stanley
way?
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is that the one where, like, you... I feel like that's the Zending down there. Okay, hold on. Yeah. All right. Oh, I can go up or down. Let's go up. Pleasant. I heard like a whisper for a second. This is a long elevator. Okay. I think it's just sort of like a cappella, like, scat noises going on. Alright. This is a very long elevator. You have to sit here through this entire song. I feel like it's looped now. Oh boy. I'm gonna go refill my drink. That little synth line there in the background, y'all hear that? It's like a little theremin almost kind of sounding thing. Why does this actually kind of slap? I'm actually kind of digging this. This is like a background bit of art, you know, to those words. It's kind of hard to hear. I mean, maybe it's not moving between floors. Maybe it's going all the way up to just one floor. You know? Clancy's puffed corn butter from Aldi. It's very good. Where's that synth? Bring that synth back. Not hearing the synth yet. Okay, so like clearly, either A, this elevator's not going anywhere, and it's just going to do this forever until I restart, or B, this is the place where if I sit here and wait for 8 hours, something will happen, right? Either case, I'm not sitting around here to find out. I'm gonna have to restart. But this popcorn is pretty dang good. And this music, that synth, this soft groove, it's a vibe, man. You can leave the elevator. Okay. Oh, my switch is about to shut itself off. I guess I hadn't tried that. I probably should have tried that before I decided definitively that this wasn't going anywhere. Okay. I'm like, there's part of me where if it were the case where this was just like a non-ending, it just kept going forever and you had to exit, I would be mad about it, except for the fact that this is just so pleasant, you know? Like, I kind of don't want to leave. Please tell me a 12-hour loop of this song exists on YouTube somewhere. Because I will totally play that up and listen to it at work while I'm working. Yes. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Elevators music in 4K, 10 hours. Let's go, chat. Get some pogs in the champ. Okay. Stop. This. We went nowhere. That took us nowhere. Okay. All right. Well, we only have one thing left to do. Let's try going down. We haven't gone down yet. Joke's on you, game. I like the elevator. Elevator's the only other safe space. Okay, there are 3 safe spaces in this game. There's the broom closet, there's the fireworks room, and the elevator. And the fireworks room, honestly, is kind of on the fence because it's tied to a very unsafe room. Like there's a lot of tension there, some trauma tied to the fireworks room. But it is in and of itself very pleasant, so I'll leave it on the list. All right. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Well, chat, I think we have locked ourselves into an ending that we have already experienced. Because I don't think there are any new endings to be had here in the boss's office. I think we've exhausted all of our options.
Here's the door. Just go.
Unless there's like another secret room in here or something. Alright. There's nothing this way. I think we pretty thoroughly ruled that out. Yeah. Alright, well I guess we gotta let me just make sure. We're gonna go this way. There's the escape, which leads to the museum. I think from there it's just the mind control, right? I think I've done all the endings I can do here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I need to do this. We can quit. Okay. Oh. I skipped something. I don't know if I meant to...
All
You really
of his
just
co-workers were
down to
gone.
the obscure
What could it
stuff
mean?
now. Yeah, let me think.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Okay,
left.
I think I've seen all the content on the left door now. As you go through the door, you get to the meeting room. The next choice is the staircase that goes up to the boss's room or down to the Zending. I think I've done everything on the left side. There is one last thing.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
What am I not thinking
Feeling a
of?
wave of disbelief,
It is a broom
Stanley
closet. That's
decided
not
to
really
go
an ending,
up to
but-
his boss's office, hoping he might find
Yeah,
him coming to a staircase.
I went down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I went this way. We've done this a few times. The big double doors? Hold on, big double doors. Big double doors? Oh, if you back out of the boss's office door before it closes. Interesting.
Here's the door.
Why is the lighting being weird? Oh, hey. We can go back down the stairs. Interesting. Well, now we could go about doing this. Oh no, this way's locked. Okay, interesting. I don't know if I ever would have thought to do that. You know, like, that feels like... That's interesting. Yeah, real obscure. Fun, though. I like it. It's interesting that the narrator had nothing to say about that. Oh, hey. No, my office is closed. I don't want to go in the spooky door. This is spooky. I wanted to go back to my office. Oh, boy. Oh. You are now leaving. Oh, hey. Look at that. We're now leaving. Okay. 754. Escape pod bay? Is on floor 76. We're on 754 floors? We're on floor 754? Alright, we gotta go up to floor 760. Jeez Louise. I really wish the elevator worked. There's no button, so I can't call for the elevator. 430. Interesting. Hold on. I wonder if the rooms are the same. Like looking through the window. Yeah, the rooms are the same on each floor. Interesting. Like the cubicle numbers are the same. Maybe this is why the elevator takes... Yeah, you gotta go up hundreds of floors. Wild. All right. I'm really curious about the staircase. Like, how far down does it go? You know? All right, floor 758. It's so dark. 759. Next one should be 760, which is where the escape pods are. Escape pods implies spaceship? Escape pod launch bay. Okay. It's so dark. Ah! That's it? You can't just tell me there's an escape pod launch bay and then just leave it. What do you mean there's an escape pod launch bay? What do you mean there's 760 floors? Where does he go from the escape pod? What? You can't just do that. There was no narration. Nothing. That might be the most unnerving sequence.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I spoke too soon. This is the most unnerving ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? Why was that different? Why was it... Why was that dialogue different? What do you mean someone's following me? Is that just a thing that could just randomly happen sometimes when you start the game? He just says that instead? Hey. Failed
This
at
was not
cozy
the
mode.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
Can I-
wanted to stop by the
Can I
employee
actually
lounge
catch someone?
first,
Is there
just
actually
to
someone
admire it.
following me? I don't like this.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
I mean, the doors
But
behind me
eager
are
to
all
get
closing.
Back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I don't remember. Did we actually... Did we go through this way? Back to the meeting room? I don't remember. Okay, I was told there's a...
Stanley was so bad at following
There's a
directions,
choice
it's
over here
incredible he
somewhere.
wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
I forgot there was
to
a choice
let
here.
her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Did I go through that door, or... Hold on. This door doesn't open. I can't go in there. Okay.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Sure did.
That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Yeah, you can't fool
Music
me.
Comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
I've been that way. It doesn't
Not
happen that
picking
way.
up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, you know.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
mean,
Well, I won't have that
it's-
kind of risk on
it's a
my
game.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Oh, boy,
Please
okay.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh, no.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
What is
But
this?
if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
I don't know if I want
Or he
a
could
cricket
spend
burger.
years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Can you do that?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Good to know.
Allow the person to finish
Noah.
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh. My goodness. Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
As few
And
as I
finally,
can.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world,
Well,
just remember
lately.
that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Oh, things have changed.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Was that it?
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on
danger
good
everywhere.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Can I pick up the phone now? Okay. All right. We'll go back. Do I?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
okay,
the
dang
main
it.
character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Well, it is a video game, so you know. It's not letting me make any choices, chat. Okay. Going back to the lounge.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Is that what Stanley
I'm
would
quite sure
do?
You'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, look at. This is wacky. Kind of fun. Alright. Go back this way. Okay, alright, I can't. Yeah, alright. We'll go back.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story! You've destroyed my work!
Did I? It's not your
Why?
story. You're not...
For
You didn't
what?
write this story.
What did you get out of that? What did you
Enjoyment.
think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Look, this is
Left
fun.
here
This
like
is
so much
cool.
Garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Yes.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
There's a door down there. Let me get to that door.
I have to.
No, there's a door. Let me get to the door. Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Listen, you and I both know this isn't
Impress
your
upon you how
game.
important it was to be like Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to.
Does he?
Understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Is there?
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Listen, I've done it your way. It's not that great.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it.
Yeah,
There
I
was
know,
a
I've-
whole
it-
underground
it's-
facility.
yeah.
You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Destroyed- no.
I worked so hard on it.
It's not how
I
it goes.
tried so hard to make.
Oh, you don't
behave
destroy the
exactly
facility.
as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, well, obviously.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, is it gonna?
Exactly as Stanley would.
All right,
That
all
means
right, I
choosing
get
responsibly
it.
And always putting the story first.
Sure.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Door on his left. Here I am. Door on the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right, is anything different from this? Oh,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
interesting. It is different. All right. I can't go in the bathroom. Oh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Why is this different?
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself.
Are we gonna hear
the
Stanley
courage
talk?
to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Oh, I can't, can I? I don't have...
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I can't. There's not... Shh.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. The Switch has a microphone. Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it.
All right.
This one single thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here?
I can't do it.
You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
No, I can't.
Stanley, please.
It's
I need you to
Stanley.
make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
It's Stanley.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
I can't control him. I'm outside.
Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Interesting. Now how you change your tune.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
You sound so concerned and sad.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Yeah, their narrator... But we know the narrator's not even really the narrator. According to the meta-narrator. The narrator is trapped here just as much as we are. We're both forced... unwilling participants in this event. I mean, I'm not... Stanley is a forced unwilling participant. I'm not. You know, I'm forcing Stanley to be the unwilling participant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Well,
perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Interesting. What's the half ending that I've missed? Is there? I don't know if
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Here, just real quick.
He entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
I don't remember.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, this is just a... Okay. I got it. Running back through the list, I need to get the other option. Oh. Okay. Wait. How did I do an ending and a half there? I thought that was just one ending. Or is the half ending just continually choosing the door on the right over and over again? That's not really an ending, though. I guess that's why you could consider it a half ending. Going through the door you didn't pick the first time. Okay. All right. So, I guess the other ending I know about is the baby ending, right? The baby in the fire game.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Okay. What other joke ending is there? What am I missing in the base content? What still has yet to be achieved? No, I technically haven't done the speedrun achievement. And the set all setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Oh gosh. There's a cumulative pressing buttons at computers one where you jump out of a window, and one where you wiggle your way off the platform in the monitor room. Huh. Interesting. I think that's all the sliders, right? Only 3? That wasn't that bad. Or do I have to apply? Why did that not work? Okay. Fiddly one's weird and cuddly? It's cuddly? Is that supposed to be buggy? I don't know. What word was that supposed to be? Fiddly. Oh, okay. Fiddly one's weird and fiddly. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 82, 83, 45, 60, 70, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 45, 66, 77, 88, 89, 100. Oh my gosh.
All
Oh,
of his co-workers were gone.
this is so disorienting.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
All right, we're gonna drop that field of view back down to like a 80. How about that? That sensitivity is going down to like we do it like a 6. I don't need the subtitles have a drop shadow. I don't need a background. Right?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. There we go. I like that. All right. I want to try cumulative pressing buttons at computers one. Like an ending just for pressing buttons on a computer at random computers. Oh no! Wait a second. That one has a thing. Okay. Jumping out of... I don't think I've seen a window I could jump out of. But I do want to know about wiggling my way out of the monitor room. Now, here's the question. That's kind of what I thought, that it would like be cumulative across runs. Here's a question about the wiggling my way off the platform in the monitor room. Do I have to do that in the true ending or in the ending where I like take the maintenance elevator down to it? What is this? Wait, hold on. What? They just randomly change the hallway sometimes?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay!
he entered the door on his left.
Jeez. And then this door would be the door okay, yeah. Got it. Okay. How many other random little things
there
are
was
there
not a
like that? Where like
single
just
person
stuff
there
that can
either.
randomly change from run
Feeling
to
a wave
run.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So many? Oh, fun. Very cool.
Here's the door, just go.
We'll go off the first platform in the monitor. Okay, I was gonna try them all, but it's good to know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Using the desk. Oh, hey. Lots of random numbers there on that thing. Aha! Aha!
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so...
It just turned it into an ending.
Go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Incredible.
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Heck yeah, content!
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good title. All right, let me hear it.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier.
Yeah!
Chase your dreams.
Yeah!
But railings don't mean anything.
Railings don't mean anything.
Good job,
Yeah!
You did it. Good job. You did it. Good job. You did
It's a very limited
Good
edition Stanley
job,
Parable
you
Ultra
did it.
Deluxe vinyl.
Good job. You did it. Good job.
I was starting to think how many different songs could be on that. It was like, there's this one, I guess the elevator.
Good job. You did
I don't
it.
know.
Good job. You did it.
Yeah! We'll see more. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, where's the window? I want to know where the window is. What window? What window am I jumping out?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Use
simply
a
missed
desk.
a memo.
Okay. Just any desk? Oh wait, it's not. Is it supposed to be here? The button press one? Oh, wait a second. Or is it random? Is it a random computer every time? It changes every time. Ah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Aha. Okay, cool. Okay, gotta use a desk to get out a window. The problem is there's so...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's so many different desks in this game. And so many different paths to get to so many of the different desks. I don't know how... I want to get in there. Is there a way in there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
We'll
doors,
try going this way.
He entered the door on his left.
Too far. Oh, shoot. Well. There's
Even now,
another
Stanley's
one.
office was a
Jeez
distant
Louise.
memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Wait, what?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I missed whatever he started saying. Okay. Side of 433. What is this one? Oh. Hey. Aha!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
I was considering
Clearly,
it.
This whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
Yeah.
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
As long as it
And
takes.
Mrs. Rich, perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
Aren't I?
Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not.
But we'll never know.
In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, yes. Okay, I have to. Okay, all right, I get it. Sure. Remember the other one? Close your office door. Okay. I mean, it was closed in that one, actually. I came out of the office door and it was closed. Or do you mean close it while I'm still inside?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Yeah.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Yeah.
He had never been trained for that.
Yeah.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
Exactly.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Yes.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by?
Okay, I
He
mean,
no
I'm
longer
literally
had the
watching the
ability
clock
to
on the
tell.
wall.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
It's only been a few
Eventually,
minutes.
someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Come a little bit closer.
Did I nearly do that on? I don't remember that. Did I like walk out and close the door or something?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oh, well, then we got to do the broom closet then, right? That's the place I feel safe. Is the broom closet. None of these computers have the option. They didn't have the option. Or couldn't do the thing, the input. That's unfortunate. I actually feel like there was one point where I was exploring around at the beginning of the game that I actually like realized I like moved up a little bit, and I almost tried to like explore around and see if I could get up on top of the desks. But I ultimately did not, and I kind of regret that now. All right,
At first,
see the other
Stanley
choice.
assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yeah, just give me the
He then
choice.
praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then.
Could have.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
Sure would.
Any of these points and
Yeah.
so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
You're right.
I'm
They would be.
enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game.
I don't know if they
just
really
to
have a
push
strong
the
desire.
envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
All right, go for it. A challenge. I like it.
There once was a man named Stanley.
This is supposed to be unenjoyable?
People considered so manly.
This is great.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day.
Is this one of the songs
in a
on the vinyl?
meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Okay, that's just kind of rude.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Oh, I'm already there. I know it. I'm just embracing it.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Is that the worst you got? It's quite a pleasant little guitar melody here. It's gonna put me to sleep. Just gonna give it a little bit longer and see if he says something. Seems like this is gonna go on. And if the narrator's goal with this was to make it unbearable. I think the way to go about that would not have been with like a slow, pleasant little guitar melody. Oh. I just like detuned and went out. Well, I was expecting something a bit more annoying to listen to, you know, like a bunch of bagpipes, crashing cymbals. Yeah, air horns and dentist drills. Yeah, stuff like that. Not a relaxing guitar melody. Although I was kind of expecting that guitar to just keep looping forever, so it's interesting that it actually had a set end point, which kind of makes me wonder if there's something more beyond the ending of the guitar. If I wait here long enough, is he gonna say something else? Also, if you look at this, the windows kind of look like eyes, like square eyes. You know, you've got little windows of the eyeballs, and then the lights in the top are like irises. And so as I move around in the room, it's like it's watching me. It's following me walk around. And it's like looking at me no matter where I go. You see that? Hmm. All right, I think we've had enough of this. Okay. I think we only have a couple of things left to do. I want to do the computer input ending, and I want to do the speed run.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Can it be in a computer that's not in this beginning area? Is that why I'm missing it? Do I have to explore much more of the game? Do I have to go back through other older endings I've already done? Because it's not here either.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hold on, I got it. I want to get over there. We're not doing the new content yet. Sometimes it's in the boss's office. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. It's getting late. I don't have time to start new content tonight. New content is perhaps a Saturday event. Yes, we will do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, it's got to be in the boss's office then. I hope I didn't waste too much time there trying to look at that. Oh, I think I might have messed up my time. All right, we'll try again. Question is, will it be in the same place every time? Like, I feel like I've done several attempts now where it hasn't been in any of these computers, so I feel like it's probably set.
It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Yeah, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Here's the door, just go.
Yes. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. So I'm in speed run mode now. I'm going to pull off a half A press here in a second. Do a backwards long jump.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, this is the section that... one of the sections that takes very long.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life.
Button, go, go,
Their
go.
true nature revealed.
Come
Each
on,
bore the number
come
of an
on.
employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Let's go. Let's go. I pushed the button. Come on.
This mind control
I
facility
lost 2
was
whole
too
seconds there,
horrible
chat.
to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really
Run's
been under
dead.
someone's control all this time?
Gotta reset.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine...
No. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, chap. I might have wasted too much time.
blackness.
Come
And a
on.
rising chill of uncertainty.
There's nothing uncertain here except whether or not I'm gonna make it in time.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
No,
How
that's
had
not
he
unsolved.
been
I know.
freed
You
from the
killed them all.
machine's grasp?
They never existed.
What other mysteries did this strange
They were never
building
coded into
hold?
the game.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
I think I
For
got
it was not
a
knowledge
perfectly
or even
flat-
power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
Perfectly
but to
straightforward
let
look.
go. No longer
Satisfying.
would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Come
And that was all he needed to know.
Come on.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Through the open door. Come on. Did I make
Stanley
it?
felt
Did I
the
do
cool
it?
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Did I do it though? Come on. Give me the trophy. Give me the achievement. Come on. I wasn't fast enough. I also didn't look at the boss's desk. Well, I'm not...
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately.
Oh, no.
Thanks again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
No, we need those cardboard boxes. No. Interesting. That's such a small little thing, but like it implies so much. It implies the existence of a world outside this office. It's one of the only other narrated bits of line in the whole game. Like, you have the narrator, you have the meta narrator, and that's it. But now you also have this one random person doing the telephone. That's very interesting. That's a fun little thing there. Even more interesting when you consider the fact that there's a launch bay here and we maybe are in space, question mark?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I gotta check the boss's office computer
Yet there was not a
for the
single
thing.
person here
That's the
either.
whole point of this run, is
Feeling
I'm
a
checking
wave
the
of
boss's
disbelief,
computer.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Aha! Alright, we got it. Oh. The beige pages, that's very good. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Okay, alright. Begin the game again. Alright, we're gonna... no, we'll look for more computers. We're not gonna speedrun this time. I think that wasted time on my speedrun, and I don't want to do that again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of it.
Interesting how much variance it starts adding into the game. You know? Like the different opening lines, the different hallways, the little Easter eggs to find. It's kind of interesting.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Okay. What if I turn off all the computers that say the end is never? Do I actually get a different ending out of this, or is this just like a little Easter egg? There's a little ending. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set
I assume
of 2
I
open
just
doors,
follow it normally.
He entered the door on his left.
Hopefully, I didn't just mess that up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, well, nothing's different so far.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The last computer will be in Stanley's office.
Here's the
Oh,
door.
I didn't think
Just
about that.
go.
All right, hold on. But Stanley's office is back at the beginning. Oh, so I haven't done it. I haven't finished it yet. Okay. I gotta do the last computer. Got it. I thought I'd done it. And I was in the ending, but I was not. Hello? There's a little... Well, welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Oh. Look at the buttons. I feel like I always used to have this reset on me. It must have been a bug. Oh, I can... Oh. Oh. Do I have to push all the buttons? Oh, no. Oh, nothing happens if I push all the buttons? Okay, good. Oh, they turn back on anyway. Heaven is just a room where I can push buttons and make beep boop 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 sounds. Beep boop beep beep boop boop. Sounds about right. I appreciate this as an ending. This is worth seeing. You know, this is a fun little thing to add in. All right. That's it, right? No, speed run. Got to speed run. Go. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
I'm
the
getting
meeting
stuck on
room.
door frames.
Perhaps he had
Rookie.
simply missed a memo.
Rookie making mistakes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Go. No, not necessary, but I just want to do it. All right, go. We can do it. Come on. Go. This is it. This is the time. We're going to do it this time for sure. Oh, fast layout RNG. Okay. Yeah, I missed that first comment. Sorry. Oh, no. I got stuck on a railing.
Straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret!
So there's like I guess a certain layout people reset for to try and get like the best speed run.
Strength to find out.
Is the blue hallway actually faster? No. Run's dead.
Jumped to life.
Run's
Their
dead,
true
chat.
nature revealed.
I got stopped on too many corners.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
There's an even
where
faster
freedom
one. Oh, okay.
nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't know if we're going to get it this time, chap.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
So much uncertainty.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
None. Zero. No puzzles remain unsolved. The only puzzle remaining unsolved is, can I do this freaking speed run?
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Go! Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
Did we do
the
it?
immense
Place
possibility
your
of
bets.
the new path before him.
Is it?
This was
I'm
exactly
wondering if
the
it's
way,
even possible
right now,
to do
that things were meant to happen.
without one of the shorter room
Stanley
layouts. You
was
know?
happy.
If I don't get it here, phone's ringing again though. Is it the same message or a different one?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
What? That was the same voice as the cardboard box lady. But it was his wife? Stanley is married? What the heck? Okay, yeah, I don't know if the speed run is possible without a faster room layout. You know, like I did that one about as fast as I possibly could. Oh, what?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is there paper everywhere? What happened? Is this another one of those random things that can happen, I guess. Interesting. It's after midnight. I need to quit and go to bed. It's like every other time now there's a new message on the phone.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
It's really funny. How many of those are there? It seems like there's a new one every other run. Can't sleep, so I'm just here for vibes. I feel that. What? So here's my question. What am I looking for the short, the fast layout?
When I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought.
It
How
immediately
amusing
just
they'll
drops you
find
at the
it.
doors?
Oh, won't we all just laugh and
Interesting.
laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Like I'm doing this as fast as possible. If I don't get it on this one, then it's impossible unless you get a shorter layout.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
room
hold?
is the first time
Stanley
sink,
thought to
and
himself.
the door
Did
is
he
the
have
second
the
time
strength
sink.
to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I would say the narrator's got a really good voice.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible
Legendary,
to believe it couldn't be true.
prolific
Had Stanley really been under
voice
someone's
acting.
control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Was it a little bit of Michael Caine?
unthinkable.
A little bit.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
All right.
monitored and commanded from
Yeah,
this facility.
I did that like
And as
perfectly.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
Yeah, I might have to look up a video of like the Half-Life mod version and hear some of the narration from that just to see like the difference. And honestly just to see the difference in the game overall.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay.
Stanley felt
If that's
the
not
cool
it,
breeze upon his
then it's
skin,
impossible.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. So it's impossible unless you get a shorter room layout. And the phone's not ringing.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I think we're done here. Yeah, I figured there wouldn't be, but I just, I've only got 2 achievements left to get. I figured I could have... Oh. The audio sliders. I missed the audio sliders. That would do it. It's going to take a minute or two. Chat. 0. There we go. Okay. Just bear with me here for a minute while I do this. This is maybe the most arbitrary, like, pointless achievement. Like, achievement for achievement's sake that I have ever seen in a video game. It is humorous to me. I do find this one funny. As tedious and annoying as it is, making an achievement for setting every slider to every number. No? That still isn't it? There's no sliders in the... Okay, well...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I can just listen to the elevator music by adjusting the music volume. Interesting.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Just that over and over again.
This is...
Okay, well... Alright, take it back. This is a very annoying achievement and I'm angry at it. Right? Like, I set all setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. What do you want me to do? Alright, I think we're done. Okay. Thank you all for being here for this stream that I thought was going to be short and ended up not being short. It was still a full 3-hour stream and it's after midnight and I need to go to bed because I'm helping Noah move tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll be back probably with more of this on Saturday where we will explore the new content. So looking forward to that. Hope you are as well. This has been a good time. This game is very fun, very funny, very enjoyable. I'm having a good time. Hope you are too. Raphael! Where is that? Yes, you sent that to me, right? Let me pull that up real quick. Shooby-doo-boop. Got that. Do a little mute of that. Media. Oh, Discord has to update. Okay, come on. Wow, it really is taking its sweet time to open Discord. Like, Discord. There we go. All right. The Stanley Parable Raphael trailer. Oh, all right, hold on, chat. Let's see. Shooby-boop. You know what we can do? Let's do this. Hope this doesn't mess up the stream. Seems like it's still going. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're good. We're good. All right. Where is... Oh, no. Just going to do this. Okay. Ah, there we go. All right. 1 second, chat, while I fix this. You know what? Who cares? This is fine. Just gonna play it.
I recently received an email from a man named Raphael who writes, I just played your game, and I'd like to say it was the most annoying thing I ever played. It had its cool moments, but overall the experience was only of annoyance. The problem is that it does not touch the heart of people. It's a very emotionless game. Did you ask any girls to try out your game? I ask because they are blissfully less logical than us guys. I am very logical myself, but also very emotional. So it was easy for me to find the game annoying. What happened is that your game frustrated me. I felt like I was being taken into someone else's hallways, doors and plans to deliver me an experience that didn't touch me. And worst of all, I had absolutely no free will in the game. No way to change anything. No impact. No power. I accomplished nothing. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Other things I didn't like were the amount of narrator dialogue too much, and that Stanley is repeated all the time by the narrator. Overall, your game is on a good path, I think. Good luck with it, and best regards, Raphael. You know, Raphael, at first your negative response to the game devastated me. After all, I managed to squeeze so many emotions into the first game. How could a logical yet emotional person like yourself have been disappointed? But then I realized that much to the contrary,
really hope that's a real
your
email.
emotional standard is simply much higher than a normal human being's. So I've come to think of you as a mentor, an emotional beacon toward which I might sail my wayward narrative ship. That's why I've discarded the Stanley Parable as it previously existed and rebuilt it from the ground up to capture not just many emotions, but all emotions.
It is amazing.
And I think few would disagree that it's a significant step up. Why don't I take you on a little demo walkthrough?
Raphael presents the Stanley Parable by Raphael.
This is the story of a love samurai named Stanley. In this new version, you play the ghost of a dream of a memory of a cyborg warrior trying to find his dead wife inside a poem. The game's central feature, emotion booths. Stepping into any one of these booths will cause the player to actually feel that emotion. And these are just some of the hundreds of thousands of emotions you'll find in the final game. Whereas many video games are content to offer you a finite number of things to do, the Stanley Parable is breaking ground by allowing the player to do literally anything. Let's look at an example. In this scenario, the player has just infused a bicycle with the soul of his great-great-great-uncle Hermophrides. From this point, he might use Hermophrides' ethereal presence to detect nearby mineral deposits, or perhaps he might train the bicycle in the art of undoing temporal paradoxes. It seems that the player has chosen to use the haunted bicycle to deceive townsfolk as a part of his snake oil salesman ruse. How bold. Many players may be too logical to appreciate the Stanley Parable. So in the options menu, you'll be able to adjust for your own personal play style. Try playing in Raphael
Poetry
mode for a real
configuration,
challenge.
Robert Browning.
Already since the beginning of this video, rave reviews for the game have been pouring in. John Gemerson writes, I've played thousands of hours and had my heart touched 176 times so far. It really hurts. How do you turn that off? While a woman writes, this place has shoes. I love shoes. Oh my God. Shopping, 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 shopping. Quests will be broken up into... It seems we've just encountered one of the game's anti-piracy measures. At random times, it will crash your computer and start deleting files, just in case you downloaded the game illegally. Well, I suppose this is as good a place as any to stop the demo. I hope I've given you something to look forward to, and I certainly hope we can continue to look to Raphael as a messiah for narrative progress. I'm upset that he was so annoyed by my first game, since it has always been my intention to become a person of respect, consideration, and unyielding empathy for others. But until I figure out how to do that, I think we should take some time here at the end of the video just to piss him off a bit. Stanley. 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 Stanley.
Amazing.
Stanley.
Please rate your experience. That's very good. Oh, this is where they, okay, ask for the emails. Got it. And please don't be like Raphael. Incredible. Oh, that's very good. All right. What were you what reacting to? I missed whatever the what was in response to. Oh, the Discord. Oh, yeah. No, that's a thing you can enable when you pull up Discord. It's in the settings somewhere. It's a startup sound. I don't know. Yeah, I just randomly found it one day and turned it on, and I just haven't. I never went back and turned it off. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's the stream. Thank you all for watching. Had a grand old time. Hope you did as well. It's lots of fun. Thought I'd paint, but I'm spending most of the evening waiting on the paint to dry. Sounds exciting. Waiting on paint to dry. It's a good thing you had me to entertain you. Give you quality entertainment while you watch paint dry. Literally. That's it. More on Saturday. Thank you for watching. Come back. You're cool people. Love y'all. Bye.